All right, sports fans, welcome to Sports Night with Jorge once again, man. I'm coming here live, guys. I'm glad I'm wearing my Falcon shirt, and no, I'm not a bandwagon. I love my Dolphins because here I got them too. Okay, but guys, I really feel bad. I feel bad for Tua Tagovailoa coming back from an injury, and he had to go through all this. I think I called it, and I shouldn't called it. I'll say the offense is going to be okay with Tua, but the defense playing so well, but they couldn't stop covering the tight end. Kyler Murray just destroyed them with the tight ends. Um, I'm gonna give you some stats, and then another team. I've been saying all along, this is why I love this team. Kirk Cousins is having a better year than Aaron Rodgers. I call it from day one, from week one. Actually, I even call it from the preseason. When he was going to come back, he's going to help the Atlanta Falcons win that division. And I still believe it. I know injuries happen, guys, but my gosh, I I'm really upset, really really upset. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of surprises today. I'm not gonna tell you. A 1 o'clock game, I went 4-4. I was at 500 with my picks. Uh, Cleveland, which I knew it, a divisional game. They were playing Cleveland, a good game. Once again, I'm not gonna tell you it was a bad game. It was a good game. Uh, Miami also was a good game, but you led by 9 points. Defense couldn't hold. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. McDaniel made some bad mistakes at the end. Run the ball, eat the clock. Those little ding dunks that he throws to the receivers to the outside. Man, I'm tired. And if you saw what I put in the beginning of the message, who is the worst team, Miami or the Jets? Really, I think they both are. I mean, you can't win in this league, especially. Buffalo win today, man, guys. It's all over. It's all over for the Jets. It's all over for Miami also. New England, okay, it's a rivalry team, and that's going to happen regardless. But my God, man, you led by 9 points, Miami. Defense was tired, very, very tired. Once again, we ran the ball over 130 yards, but today we couldn't stop the pass. Of course, Hollins left the game with an injury. That's another thing. But Fuller, Poyer, they were getting burned out there, man. Tight end was wide open. Don't know why they Weaver made some changes, some adjustments. That never happened either. I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. Very disappointing for Dolphin fans. Very disappointed. Let me get here. Give me a second. Let me get to the stats of the earlier games. Uh, it is a shame, guys. It is a shame. It is bad. I mean, I cannot believe how. Give me a second. How the that was giving a reflection. How this team lost, man. How Miami lost. Packers. I mean, won at the end against the Jaguars, 30-27. I mean, close games. Browns won 29-24 over the Ravens. Falcons won 31-26. I mean, that was a heck of a game. I love that game. I love those Falcons, man. I tell you, Kirk Cousins was the best pick they did. Some people criticize that he was too old. The same thing as Aaron Rodgers. No, Aaron Rodgers too old, not Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is, I mean, he's just playing lights out. He's playing good ball. Baker Mayfield, too many turnovers, too many interceptions. Don't know what happened there with him, with Baker Mayfield. But anyhow, I'm in the chat if you want to join in. If you can join in, I'm live right now. But anyhow, Colts lost to the Texans. That was another good game, 23-20. And here's the one, Patriots 25, The Jets 22. The Jets always also hold because they were winning 22. I think it was 16 or 17, whatever it was. And on 4th and goal, they went for it. They checked the replay. He crossed the line and they lost the game. Then we had the one that I couldn't believe either. The Eagles. You see, you don't know which Philadelphia Eagles shows up. The good one or the bad one. 1 week they're good, 1 week they're bad. So, so that one, the Eagles won 37-17. So the Bengals back to 3-5 now after winning, 2 in a row. A little hot streak there they had. I mean, you want to call it a hot streak. Dolphins fall to actually 2-5. Now, one thing, man, the team that you got to worry, the team that you got to have concern, and I'm telling you, they're playing the best ball, regardless they lost a couple of weeks ago. Detroit Lions, they put 52 points against the Titans today. 52 points. Guys, I'm going to tell you the truth, man. The AFC East, New England, Miami. Actually, I think New England looked better than the Jets and then Miami. We scored 27 points today, which we average like 10, 15 points a game. But we allowed 28. And the defense was holding them to 15, 16, or something like that, an average per game. Defense was playing well. 120 points or something like that, 129 points in 7 games. If you divide that by games, the defense would. But today, the defense, guess we were to have a game plan. I think everybody got too hyped with Tua Tagovailoa, and he's going to come in. He's going to give us the victory. I can't blame this one on Tua. I can't blame him. He had a good game. I think he played pretty well. There was a play that he ran and everybody I heard all the announcers and they were freaking out. Man, slide, man, slide. I'm like, okay. He did slide. He got the first down. But that's the competitive of Tua, the football player. So, very upset. Very upset day for the Miami Dolphins. Very upset for the New York Jets. Check my shorts. I'll put 2 video shorts out there on the Jets and the Dolphins today. I'm going to go back to the Miami Dolphins for a second. Oh, there is a hot seat. Somebody got to go. Could it be Greer? Could it be McDaniel? I can't blame Weaver because he can't put Weaver in that position. I know the defense, you might say they lost the game, but it doesn't matter. Defense has been helping Miami since Tua has been gone. So the excuses are over. Now, it's what's going to happen. You play Buffalo next. At Buffalo. A game that you had to win today. I'm going to tell you about the Jets now. Now I'm going to go to the other team. Boy, if I was Devontae Adams, I'll request for another trade. Can I get out of there? As Aaron Rodgers, you know what it is, guys? It's executing. None of these teams are executing, regardless if it's a coach error, a player, or member of management. I said this in the beginning of my podcast, and a lot of people laughed about it, joked about it, didn't agree with it. Aaron Rodgers reminded me of Brett Favre when he went to New York. What did he did? Can somebody tell me what the Brett Favre did in New York when he went to New York? Nothing. It was a failure. So that's one thing I tell everybody, it is ridiculous. I mean, this cannot continue, guys. This cannot continue. This team right now, yes, is in bad shape. Miami is in bad shape. They got talent, plenty of talent. Look at the running backs today. Look at Tyreek Hill today. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Waddle drop passes. Juno Smith drop passes. That's part of football, right? So we're going to leave it at that. That's part of football. But then we have to, we have to get involved by saying, what in the world is going on with this team? Why is nobody doing nothing about it? Well, we'll know Monday, tomorrow, or sometime during the week. Everything Miami did today was unacceptable. I am so sorry. And by the way, if you're joining in or here in the chat, this is Sports Night with Jorge. Once again, man, thank you so much for those that have subscribed. Please check my channel out. I appreciate it, man. Give the thumbs up, the like, have a comment. I'm just very disappointed right now with the Miami Dolphins. I know it's football. Can't get it serious. But, you want to win, guys. We're tired of losing. Look at the Jets. They're tired of losing. And what's even worse, they got good players in the teams, just like Miami. On paper, Miami Super Bowl. The Jets, Super Bowl bound, playoff bound. There's got to be changes somewhere. All this is going to bring is either you're going to have a player being together or a player being separated. Because players hate to lose. Unfortunately, they want to win. And right now, these two ball clubs, if I was a player, I don't want to be here. And you could call it bad luck. You could call it whatever you want to call it. It's not that, guys. It's not that. There's something that's happening that they're not executing. Rodgers not doing what he's supposed to do. I don't think Devontae Adams is doing. This is where when I'm talking the Jets now, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins too because I'm talking about these two teams. Because if you see if I open up, by saying which team is worse, and I'm gonna say both of them are worse because their playoff hopes is gone. The only way they can have a miracle between these two teams if Buffalo continues, to lose. And Buffalo right now, if they win today, I do have a feeling they will wrap up the East. So now you got the Jets tied. At least the Jets are tied in last place with New England. Or maybe not. Maybe New England's. Hold on, give me a second. I want to be sure because maybe I'm wrong. Because that's the one thing I didn't check today. Yeah, New England's at 2-6, and the Jets are 2-6, and Miami is 2-5, and Buffalo's 5-2. Here comes Tua, puts 27 points for you on the board, and you cannot win the freaking game. That's something, guys. It's going to be a controversy coming Monday to this ball club. I don't want to hear a McDaniel press conference because I tell you too, every time that man talk, and listen, he had back-to-back years. I give him, kudos for that because he really changed the offensive line. He really changed Tua Tagovailoa. He made Tua who he is. Okay, but your play calling has to change, man. It has to change. And I know we want to blame the defense on this one. Yes, the defense. Why? Well, let me tell you something. I'm not going to blame the defense because the defense has played so well the last 5-6 games. Okay, putting your team in position for you to win, and you cannot freaking win. With Huntley, with Boyles, with Skylar Thompson, and now you bring Tua back from concussion. Had a decent game, played pretty well. But, you had a 9-point lead. But then when we got the ball back with 4 or 5 minutes left in the game, or 6:35, whatever it was, 5:45 in the game, run the ball, guy. Run the freaking ball. Run it, runs through it twice. Get the ball back to the Cardinals. and then run up the middle. It's been working all day, up the middle. But no, you want to get to the side, to the left side, to the right side. No, I'm not I'm not a head coach. No, I'm not an expert. But the Cardinals couldn't stop you up the middle, regardless. 13, 14 yards, 8, 9 yards a carry. A-Chain had a good game today, too. Okay, Tua had a safety. I mean, he's rusty. That's going to be normal. He dropped a couple of snaps. I mean, one over his head, and the one he dropped and he picked it up. He fumbled and he got down and recovered. The one with the safety, and he couldn't do it because it slipped through his hand. Okay, the guy hasn't played football for a while. Hello, it's common sense. I mean, I think we had enough. I think we had enough. I think as the Dolphins, I mean, come on, you got superstars in your ball club. Same thing as the Jets. They got superstars in the ball club. And it's funny who the ball. I'm gonna go back to the Jets. The last ball that Aaron Rodgers threw was for who? Devontae Adams. Really? The clock ran out, and that was it. And you could call it a game of inches. You could call it whatever you want to call it. Flags, because there are flags throwing out there, and they could cost you games. And sometimes you say, "Hey, man, that's your luck. Either you got good luck or you got bad luck." And right now, it doesn't look good for McDaniel or Greer or Chris Greer. I mean, it doesn't look good for them at all. I mean, what they're gonna do? A good question. What the Jets gonna do on Monday? Because if I was Aaron Rodgers, because I'm gonna tell you about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is not a loser. He hates to lose. And you know what we hear every week? This is what we hear every week. Ready? This is what we hear every week. Oh, we're gonna go back to the drawing board and see what we did wrong, the mistakes, and try to correct the next week. Because the Jets started 2-0, they lost 6 in a row. Dolphins started 1-1, and I lost 4 in a row since Tua's gone. This team is bad. It's real bad. But let me give you a statistic for both games if you want to hear it, because I'm very disappointed. I really don't want to hear the stats, but when you hear the stats, you say, "What in the world?" I mean, I think we have more first down than the Cardinals did at one time. I don't know. Let me get in here. Give me a second. All right. Let me give you some 4 o'clock game. Bills winning 7-3. Almost 37 seconds by halftime. You have the Saints. Wow, look at that. The Chargers hit a 3-run homer and beating the Saints 3-2. Panthers score a touchdown. Broncos lead 14-7. That's also in the second quarter. Bears and Commanders is all Commanders 6-0. Bears 0. Chiefs losing to the Raiders 10-7. Cardinals and Dolphins. There it is. That's the one. Let's look at the recap, because I cannot believe total yards, because Kyler just started throwing the ball. 389 for the Cardinals, 82-yard rushing. We had 377 total. We had 150-yard running the ball. So why did you start running the ball? Tua was 28 for 38 for 234, 1 TD. Kyler was 26 of 36, 2 touchdowns and 307 yards. Connor ran for 53 yards. A-Chain was 3 yards short of 100. He ran 10 times for 97 yards, almost 9 yards a carry. Hello, McDaniel. Keep running it. But I leave it to that. In receiving, we had McBride, the tight end, who just killed us. 11 target, 9 catches, 124 yards. Then we had Harrison Jr. that also burned us. 6 catches, 111 yards. Hill had 6 catches for 72. A-Chain had 6 for 50. Waddle was 4 for 45. And like I say, Waddle dropped an easy pass. Uh, Juno Smith also dropped a first down that we're going to continue and probably would have scored and with a drive. But you know what? That's part of football. That's part of football, and that's what happens. I mean, unfortunately, that's what happened. Uh, try to find here Miami first downs because they had the. I think it was in the second quarter they had like 20 something, almost 30 first down in the game. I don't have it here, but when I get the statistics, I will get the statistics. But let me go ahead and give you the Jets, so you can see that one too. The statistics of that one. I mean, it's just incredible, guys. There's two AFC teams that are crumbling right now, and they are the Dolphins and the freaking Jets. Sorry to say that. I don't use bad words in my podcast at all. The Jets had 336 yards. And of course, I remember I told you statistic doesn't matter. New England had 247. That is crazy, guys. But yeah, 111 yards rushing. The Jets had 112. Passing yards, 136. Now, Brissett, or Brissett, whatever his name is. I think it's Brissett. I always spell his name wrong. He came into the game for the injured Mace. Mace got hurt in the head. So, I mean, Brissett, sorry. Brissett. Sorry if I apologize for your name. Brissett came in and won the game. Actually, the guy on fourth and goal scored the touchdown. So, but anyhow, here's the team that won right here. Here's the team you got to look out. I tell you, I love Kirk Cousins, man. I do love Kirk Cousins. I think he went to a good team. I think Atlanta made a good choice, man. They made an excellent choice by getting that quarterback. Aaron Rodgers, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. He had an excellent career. He's washed up, man. Hang it up. Get out of New York. It's the best you could do. Because if you don't, they're gonna take you out. All right, let me get in here for a second. And God, here we are. Okay, let me get here. All right. Here's the recap for the and the box score for the Falcons and that. Look at Cousin. 23 out of 29, 276 yards and 4 TDs. They had a total offense of 394 yards in that game compared to Buccaneers who had 330. The Falcons are 5-3 and they lead their division. Congratulations to the Atlanta Falcons. That's the team that I pick, and I'm going to go with them all the way. Of course, to get to the playoffs, because one team you got to be careful is the Detroit Lions. That's the team to beat right now. It's between Detroit and the the Chiefs. So, but anyhow, I'm back here at the chat. I know we have a lot of disappointed fans today, especially Dolphin fans, and I totally understand. One thing about the National Football League, guys and girls, and I say this all the time. It is so hard to win in this league. It is. It is very hard to win in this league. I tell that to everybody. The reason why, because you know what? Football is 60 minutes. Yogi Berra used to say in baseball, it ain't over till it's over. Well, I feel the same way with the NFL. It ain't over till it's over, and some people don't understand that. When I always say when the whistle blows, this whistle blows, then you should be in good shape. And sometimes people don't wanna deal with a real situation. But sometimes you gotta deal with a real situation. That's part of football, that's what it is. I'm looking at my shorts right now. Tua got like 250, 15 views uh, in the last 38 minutes. Uh, it is just sad, guys. It is just ridiculous what the guy had to go through, especially coming back from an injury. And he gave everything out there. He did. He gave everything out there. He gave his best out there. And then the defense, okay, they choke, they gave it up. But once again, uh, I believe changes is going to be made. And unfortunately, that's the only way you could shake a team. Or worst case scenario, man, let's finish this year, and by next year we'll replace you. Let me look at Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers didn't get too much vote here. Well, yeah, Aaron Rodgers got 180. Actually, yeah, I got 180. People still looking at it. And I said in the short on Aaron Rodgers, fans are tired, and I don't blame them. They're tired. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. Let me tell you the truth. All the Dolphin podcasts, sport channels, I guarantee you they're going nuts. And once again, I can't blame them. Uh, I never call it victory. I do my picks. I never call it victory. But I said this about the Dolphins, and maybe I jinxed them. Maybe I did. Who knows? But anyhow, I don't believe in that kind of stuff. I said, listen, I guarantee you two will come back and the defense just give it up. And that's exactly what they did. Give it up. Feel bad for Tua Tagovailoa, guys. I really feel bad. So but anyhow, tomorrow night I'll come up with my whole Monday night, probably wrap up. Of course, we got Monday Night Football. We have the Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Uh, let's see what happens there. Like I say, it's Sunday, man. And I mean, it's Monday. It's not Sunday, but that shows you right there, guys. Any given day, you could get beaten. Unfortunately for the Dolphins, tomorrow there'll be a change. There'll be changes tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, it's funny to go. Let's go back to the drawing board. I don't want to see the press conference, not even for the Dolphins. I don't want to see the press conference, not even uh for the Jets, because I guarantee you, Jets fans right now are livid because they're thinking the same way we're thinking. We got Tua back, and some Jets fans say, "Oh man, Tua's not going to make the difference." Well, he scored 27 points. That's the difference. We're averaging what, 15 a game, or almost 10 a game, whatever. And then you got the Jets fans saying, "Well, we got Rodgers, we got Devontae Adams. Oh, we're going to go all the way." Wow. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave it to this. I only been here for almost 29 minutes. One player does not make the difference in the football team. It takes the 11 players on defense, the 11 players on offense, and your total roster of 53, including what I just said. That's why I always say this in my podcast. I am a firm believer of a 53-man roster. I am a firm believer that you could bring any player out of your roster and make him a heck of a player. Look at Zach Thomas when he was picked in the draft. Small linebacker, he's not going to make it in this league. Hall of Famer. Sometimes you got to excuse me, you got to be careful what you say because there's players out there that if you just give them a opportunity, you have a kid in your roster that's hungry, that wants to play all day, that wants to give him the opportunity. Let me tell you something about Dolphins today too. My God, how many missed tackles? I mean, I guess they had 3-in-1 oil in their hand today because they were slipping away all over. Bad tackling. And here's what happened to football teams and football in general. You start good, you end up bad, or you start bad and you end up good. But here's wrong with the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. They can't finish what they start, and you could take that to the bank. This team cannot finish what they start. So, but anyhow, thank you so much for those guys that subscribe to my channel, guys. I did came live. I'm not worried if I didn't get any chat. It doesn't bother me at all. It's okay. I just went live real quick. I didn't notify you guys. I just to bring up this about the NFL this that happened today. Dolphin lost 28-27. The Jets lost 25-22. Both teams, you can say they are in hot water. And don't be surprised you'll see changes coming up maybe tomorrow, Monday. Sometimes, as a fan, not a fanatic, a fan. Fanatic goes crazy. As a fan, we sit here because we just fans. Remember, we're not experts. We know football because we've seen football. We know what tackle football is, flag football is. We know what a flag is. We know what a first down is. You don't have to go to school for all that. But one thing's for sure: when it comes to game planning, okay, because we're seeing from the TV, from the outside of the TV, and they're on the field doing the play. You already know what's coming. It's going to be a run. It's going to be a pass. Imagine that's us as a fan. This is why I said to everybody, don't get too burned out. I know you're tired of your team losing. I know you want to make the playoffs. I know you want to win a game. But guys, reality is reality. Okay? These teams are bad. Can they turn it around? I'm a positive person. I told you guys, I am a positive person. But for them to turn it around, these both teams, they all got to be in the same page. And right now, none of these teams are in the same page. I tell this to everybody. Give me a second, guys. I always tell this to everybody. Sometimes at the end of the day, okay, and this is just football. Uh, Give me a second. Somebody just sent me a text here. Sorry about that. Going back to football, I was telling you guys, sometimes we get very personal when it comes to football. And once, like I tell you guys, it's entertainment, it's fun. It's for you to have fun. Your team wins, you're happy. Your team lose, man, what a bad day. And we call them player's name. I don't go there. Okay, I just don't go there. Uh, I think nowadays it's hard to get players in your team and have a correct scheme for that particular player to play. Whether it's coverages, whether it's playing offense or defense, any side of the ball. But that's your job as a coach. We as a fan, we only are observer. We observe. See, you can't change nothing. I can't change nothing. I'm a podcaster, sport podcaster. I call it like it is. I see the games and I say, well, my God. Like I tell you, the moment they saw Tua run, I see all these podcasters. I was laughing. They were saying, please, please, please slide, slide, slide. Slide, And he goes, oh no. And the moment he took running, everything like stopped. Well, that's part of football. Okay. But there is there is information that we don't know from a fan perspective on the other side of the TV, like I said. We're not in the field. Even though you go to the football game and you're watching the football game, you say, what in the world? What do you call that play? That's what I was telling you earlier in the beginning of the program. Run the freaking ball. You were running the ball, so why did you stop? Go through the middle. Why are you going through the side when it's not working? Most of the stuff is common sense, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. If you were to continue with your game plan and don't change anything, and what happened when your game plan doesn't work, then you change it. Look at that. I'm not a football player. I'm not a coach. You're not a coach. You're a fan. And you know that. What works, you continue doing it till it works. When they stop working, then you make adjustment. That's one thing I didn't see in the defensive side of Weaver. No adjustment. But I know Holland went out of the game. Okay, but then you replace Holland. Then another one, they had the wrong guy covering the tight end. They had better linebackers that could cover the tight ends, and they didn't make the change. They didn't make that transition in the game. That cost us the game? Maybe. But you led by 9 points. You had the ball with 6:35 remaining, or was it 5:55 remaining? You threw it twice. No, man, you run the ball. You eat the clock. You gave Arizona plenty of time to throw the ball. Not taking anything away from Kyler Murray, because he's a heck of a quarterback. And I told everybody, don't fall asleep with the Cardinals just because they're 3-4. But look at the games they have played. And sometimes, you know what? We do that because we know we see a pitcher, and I'm using baseball as a terminology. Man, that guy's 15-0. See, you as a fan, me as a fan, he's going to win today. He's 15-0. He's not going to lose. You don't know that. Okay? If you're a pitcher and you're getting banged up in the first, second inning, third inning, you change it around. I guarantee you the manager say, hey, man, what's not working tonight? Your fastball, your curveball, your slider? I'm about to pull you out, man. I mean, I know you want to win your 16 game, you're 15-0, but it ain't working out. But then here comes a selfish individual and the guys that has the, oh man, just let me in there. I got this, man. I get you guys in the game. And sometimes you got pitcher that give up three earned runs in the first inning, and then he shuts you down all the way to seventh inning and gives you a chance to score runs, but you're not scoring runs at all. See, that pitcher did his job. See, that's what Tua did today. Tua put points for your team to win. We couldn't do it. And going back to the Jets, what happened to the Jets defense? Great defense. But now, man, Miami, New York, man, you are in hot waters. Very hot water. It is burning so hot that I don't want to see Monday coming. Because the owners are very tired. of excuses. What's next? At least in the New York side, Aaron Rodgers. Oh man, give me Devonta Adams. Give me you know, Rosario. Let me get this guy. Let me get this guy. Nah, man. I am so sorry. You're not getting nobody. I'm the GM. I'll put whoever I want to put. If he can't play with them, they can get the heck out. That's how I feel. And quote me if I'm wrong. Okay? But enough is enough. See, Tua came to Miami. He never requested for Tariq Hill. He never requested for Waddle. Because Waddle was drafted. You know why? Because he from Alabama where Tua was. But Tua never said, give me this guy, give me this guy. Because when Tua was here, it was Devontae Parker and Gazicki. Before Waddle got here and Tariq Hill. And still, he didn't play bad. But the offense was different. And how many coaches he had in the offensive coach? That's why I say McDaniel was a genius to show Tua. Because one thing about Tua, and if nobody, and I know people don't disagree with this, and I don't disagree with it, that man has a quick release. That man will drive you crazy once he throws that ball out there. He did it today. But you can't draw passes in the NFL. I know it happens, it's normal, but in your hands right there. Waddle did it. Juice Smith did it. I'm quite sure. I think Tariq Hill also did it. I think that one was like not overthrown. It was too short, and Hill had to come back and get it. So anyhow, we'll take that one away. But then we sit here, we say, "Oh, it's the quarterback fault." No, it's not the quarterback fault. It's the receiver fault because you also get paid to catch the ball. See, I get paid to throw the ball. The running back gets paid to run the ball. But I think McDaniel, you got to change your game plan. Period. Let me go. Just let me go there. You got to change your game plan. If your game plan is not working, you need to change it. And that goes to Weaver as the defensive coach. McDaniel did what he wanted. Okay, he ran the ball. He did good. But then the moment when you need it, when you're up by 9 points, you decided to throw the ball. And by the way, I think McDaniel won his first challenge today since he's been in this league on 4th down, which I'm surprised he did challenge it. Okay, you ran up the middle, minus 2 yards. That's fine, but continue running the ball. But not up the middle. You lost the 2 yards. Why? By Tua throwing the ball. No, like handing the ball. When you hand up the ball, the defensive players already seen the ball. Says, wait a minute, he's handing off to this guy. But when he was doing it up the middle, it was nonstop, man. They couldn't stop the Dolphins. So I know somebody here is going to get in trouble. It could be Mike Greer. Who knows? And I know you told me, oh, George, McDaniel signed a contract. So what? The only thing you don't want to do is lose your locker. You lose your locker, which is the teammates and the players and everybody complaining and whining. We got to stick together, stick together, stick together, stick together. There's a point by you sticking together, you're going to say, hey, man, this is not working out. This man comes back from concussion. Everybody worried about when he hit the field. Had a decent game, not a bad game, decent game. And this is what you show for it. But once again, I did said what I shouldn't say. Watch Tua come back and the defense give it up. That's exactly what happened, man. So we just got to continue, just hoping that our team gets better, gets more healthier. But unfortunately, I mean, our season, if you want to say, our season is basically over. Um, I know this, but Miami's 2-5. There's 10 games left. I remember when they said, "Oh, Tua, if Tua could go 8-3," and Tua came in the podium and said, "Man, it's one game at a time." But for the Dolphins, man, they got the Buffalo Bills next. For the Jets, doesn't get any easier either. So there's work to be done. But anyhow, thank you so much. Those that once again, I'm gonna say have subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much for everything. I appreciate it, guys. You know, I try to give you the best information that I could get. I do give you stats. I give you games. College football, University of Miami. They were ranked fourth on one. I think on the Bleacher Report, but now they're ranked fifth, so they went up one spot only. So I told a couple of people that was fourth. They're ranked fourth, but they're fifth. They beat Florida State last night. Uh, it wasn't an excellent game, especially for Cam. This is the first time he doesn't throw. I think he only had but no touchdowns, and he only had like 200 something yards. So I give credit to also Florida State defense. They put pressure. I know they sack him pretty bad. I think one time there was like 2 sacks in a row. But Miami got a way to win. Way to win last night. So college football is getting interesting. LSU losing, but now Alabama goes to LSU. So now it's going to get very, very interesting in college football. But anyhow, I'm happy and I'm glad you guys enjoy. If your team won today, this Sunday, man, congratulations once again. I talk football here in general. We talk hockey. We got basketball. Excuse me. And not only that, we also, if you're a Laker fan, man, they won 3 games in a row. I'm very happy for them. They're 3-0 for the season. I like the way AD's playing, Anthony Davis. I'm seeing the team 3 pointers. I mean, like I said, I'm watching it. Pretty soon I'll have updates on the Lakers when I get to the basketball season, and which is already here. And we got hockey. We have the Panthers come from behind the other night against New York, winning 6-3. They were down 3-0 or 3-1, and then they came back. So, guys, anything that I could get my hands on when it comes to sports, and I give you all the information I can. But please check out my shorts. It's very important. Comment on those shorts. Tell me what you think, and you guys have a blessed night. And thank you once again for joining in on SNJ tonight. And thank you so much.